A shocking story, how the lions attacked to save the people. In the distant expanses of the African savanna, a legend was born about a brotherhood of lions who sacrificed themselves to protect people. As a new day dawned, sunlight pierced through the thick clouds of dust, illuminating the vast wilderness. A group of tourists, gathered for an unforgettable safari, had no idea they were in for terrifying trials. They walked on the shifting sands, feeling a slight thrill of foreboding emanating from the earth itself. The sky over the savanna was endlessly blue, but it hid the shadow of unknown danger. The silence was broken only by distant sounds of nature, echoes of living history hidden in every rustle of grass. In the distance, beyond the horizon, clouds of ominous foreboding gathered, as if warning of impending disaster. Clutching guide maps in their hands, the tourists couldn't shake the feeling of anxiety gripping their souls. Their hearts beat anxiously, as if anticipating the destructive force lurking in the depths of the savanna. At that very moment, when fear crept into their minds, silhouettes of powerful figures appeared on the horizon. These were lions, whose formidable stride and confident gaze spoke of an ancient brotherhood intertwining their fates. They emerged from the dense acacia, like guardians ready to defend lost souls at any moment. The situation took an unexpected turn when tourists first came face to face with these kings of the wild. People's hearts trembled with a mix of awe and profound fear in the presence of the lion's majesty and strength. But at that moment, they didn't know that the lions felt not hostility but a caring kinship akin to love. In the depths of their perceptive eyes, the call of an ancient brotherhood echoed, uniting lions across generations. The lion brotherhood sensed the approach of danger, for poachers stealthily crept beyond the horizon. The dark silhouettes of poachers moved through the thickets, intending to catch their prey and disrupt the savanna's harmony. The hearts of the guarding lions constricted with dread for the future of their land, where the threat of poachers could crush the happiness of people and animals. Upon hearing the piercing roar of war, nature froze in anxious anticipation of the approaching storm. The tourists, caught off guard, felt a cold chill down their spines as the shadow of danger loomed above them. Simultaneously, deep within the jungle, the lions gathered in a circle, like an ancient council deciding the fate of the day. The mighty lions, having seen much in the savanna's expanses, knew the price of every drop of blood and every lost life. One of the oldest lions, his fur seemingly soaked in the history of thousands of years, slowly stepped forward, as if heeding the call of destiny. His gaze was filled with the bitterness of loss and a determination to protect the innocent tourists from the impending threat. Behind him followed brothers and sisters, all united in this sacred mission. With each passing second, the air became thicker, filled with adrenaline and echoes of anxious forebodings. The Lion Brotherhood moved with majestic grace, carrying within him ancient strength and wisdom of nature. The tourists, witnessing this display of power and feeling a growing fear, realized that their fate was now intertwined with these creatures. The poachers approached, their steps as quiet and deadly as they were deliberate. They pushed through the thickets, unaware that their plans would intersect with a force guarding the innocent. At that moment, an indescribable suspense hung in the air, as if the savanna itself paused in anticipation of a fateful battle. The lions, as if straight out of ancient legends, stretched their mighty bodies forward, sensing the poachers' fear. In their hearts, emotions roiled, from deep terror for their kind to resolve to protect the weak. Each step of the poachers sounded like a blow to the rhythm of the savanna's life, and that rhythm could not be disrupted. A powerful roaring sound sliced through the air as the elder announced the start of a battle for good and justice. The poachers, feeling the power coming from the lions, experienced a quiet terror for the first time in the face of nature's inevitable vengeance. The battle unfolded quickly, like a painting created with the harsh strokes of a ruthless artist. The Lion Brotherhood acted with lightning-fast coordination, their movements filled with passion and wild determination. In every roar and mighty swipe of their paws was the determination to rid the savanna of evil. Fear gripped both the poachers and tourists who hid behind trees, seeking shelter from the thunderous sounds of battle. The blood seemed like a living substance, mixing with dust and celebrating every moment of heroism in this fight. One by one, the poachers retreated, realizing their ambitions couldn't compete with the wild power of nature. Tourists, watching this monstrous struggle, felt their fear gradually transform into deep gratitude. The fear that gripped their hearts suddenly gave way to hope as the lions confidently protected them. Every glance and movement of the lions symbolized their magical connection to this land and their ancient duty. The silhouettes of the lions fighting against the darkness were like shining stars in the night sky, giving light to those who had lost faith. The unfamiliar sounds of gunfire and the rustling steps of the poachers mixed with the mighty roar of the proud animals. The lions refused to let fear take hold of their hearts, knowing their duty was to protect the weak and innocent. Every moment of the battle was filled with adrenaline and fear, the fear of the destructive power of human cruelty. The Lion Brotherhood, like a single entity, moved towards danger, sparing neither their strength nor their lives. The fear of the poachers turned into panic as they realized that nature had found its guardians. One of the lions, with eyes shining with anger and the pain of past losses, charged forward like lightning across the sky. His powerful claws left marks on the hard ground, symbolizing fearlessness and a steadfast spirit. Tourists, holding their breath, watched every step, realizing they were witnessing the incredible power of nature. Time seemed to stop as the last poacher, overwhelmed by fear, tried to retreat. But the lions, like a single organism, surrounded him, leaving no chance to escape retribution. With every roar and the whistle of the wind through the dense acacia branches, the atmosphere of inevitable justice grew. The battle reached its climax when the darkness of human greed was devastatingly confronted with the wild drive for freedom. In that decisive moment, the lions showed true greatness, their honor and courage shining in every move. The cruelty of the poachers was crushed by the magnificence of the animal brotherhood, and the earth breathed a sigh of relief. Tourists, once filled with terror, began to feel an unspeakable gratitude towards these sacred guardians of the savannah. A flame of salvation fled in their hearts when they realized that even nature can stand on the side of good. The lions, possessing the power of ancient spirits, protected their new friends and made the impossible possible. The silhouette of the Lion King rose against the sunset sky, symbolizing protection and victory over evil. Unforgettable memories of that day would remain forever in the hearts of the witnesses of this great battle. The feeling of terror from confronting the poachers turned into a sense of solemn harmony with nature. Every fiber in the tourists' bodies pulsed with life once fear gave way to a trembling belief in a miracle. The lions slowly retreated into the depths of the savannah, leaving behind the echo of the glorious struggle. The sun was already setting beyond the horizon, painting the world in deep colors of victory and hope. The tourists stood, their eyes fixed on the departing Lion Brotherhood, feeling they had become part of a great story. They understood that in this wild nature, life and death intertwine in a delicate thread, and true brotherhood can form even between humans and animals. The Lion Brotherhood proved that the strength of spirit and the desire to protect the weak can overcome any evil. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this adventure, please like it, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel.